What is up, guys, and welcome to another video. Today's podcast, we got the New York Knicks versus the Indiana Pacers. The Indiana Pacers beat the New York Knicks 125-111. Um, my first kind of note was, how are the Knicks going to guard the Halliburton pick and rolls? They couldn't guard anything today, by the way. They couldn't guard anything, and that was not good. Um, how can you control the pace? And they didn't. They didn't control the pace at all because they know defense. The Pacers are going to let the other team score, and then they're going to score themselves. So that's all they want to do. That's all they want to do the whole entire game. So and the Knicks just couldn't stop it. They just couldn't stop it, and that's how they lost. Um, I heard out. Watch how the ball doesn't move as much. That was not the thing that helped hurt the Knicks at all. So yes, Isaiah Hartenstein definitely somebody who helps when the ball is moving, but I don't really know what to tell you. Bojan, Knicks debut. I'm really curious to see how he plays because we know what Alec Burks does. But Bojan Bogdanovic, no clue, no clue. Have heard that he's a terrible defender, but I have no clue. And what he did today was decent. Didn't see the worst defense of my life. Couldn't see. Wasn't really like looking at him that much, but he did hit some threes. And I think when he's left open, he's gonna be someone that's gonna be lethal. Also off the bounce, he's lethal. Also, just getting the free throw line, he's very good at that. He's smart. And that's one of the things I looked at. It was he's very, very smart getting the free throw line. And that was great. Precious and Taj starting was the worst thing that I've ever seen in my life. Why would they go double big? If it's not Isaiah, whoa. If it's not Isaiah Hartenstein and Precious Chua, what's the point of going double big? Taj looks like I don't know. That's later. Okay. Number one in pace is the Pacers, which made no sense putting in Taj in the starting lineup. He cannot run anymore. There's no, I mean, he can, but he can't run for a long period of time. They're gonna keep running on you, and they're gonna run you out of the gym if you really don't come out with your fastest guys. You're gonna run you out of the gym. Make the people around Halliburton. Make the people around Halliburton drivers. They didn't. Because they just left Aaron Neesmith wide open. He just shot every single time he wanted to. TJ McConnell was just doing everywhere he wanted to. Obi was hitting those threes. Make him put the ball on the floor. Make Neesmith put the ball on the floor. None of that. Who wins the rebounding battle? Which I don't really know who won it. But I would just say the big man battle was won by the Pacers. Obviously. And Nembhard was guarding Jalen Brunson. They started out with Aaron Neesmith. Just a little thing. They started out with Aaron Neesmith last game, and now they have Nembhard. Just a little something. But Donovan DiVincenzo picked him where he left off, and then didn't really have a good game at the end of it. Had 14. I'll take it. But again, 22 from 3, he just looked a little bit gassed. He looked gassed. He looked very gassed. 39 minutes. Played Precious playing 43 minutes is crazy. Had to though. I'm not gonna give any disrespect. I mean, he had to. But yeah, Alec Burks just playing 21, back where he belongs. Pacers thriving in the paint, which I didn't really understand it. I wasn't really thinking they're gonna thrive that much in the paint, but they do. And the thriving in the paint collapsed the defense, which you know what happened after that. 3-point shots were made. Once you collapse the defense, 3-point shots are made. That's the biggest thing I say about players. If you get to the rim, if you get the ball inside, good stuff's gonna happen. And the Pacers were easily getting the ball inside, and they had an advantage, which had helped to come. And then bang, you throw it out to Aaron Neesmith, throw it out to Obi Toppin, throw it out to Doug McDermott. I don't know. They didn't really throw it at Doug McDermott today. Shout out him. He's on his new team, which is not his new team because he was back in the Indiana. He was in San Antonio. They went back to Indiana. He was a Knick before. Dougie McBuckets. But Obi went through a between the leg dunk, which didn't go. Thank goodness. Because this man tries to put on a show every single time he goes to the Garden. I understand he goes and does these dunks everywhere he goes. But there's a different type of timing he's on whenever he goes to the Garden, where he just tries to just yam everything. I guess you're in the Garden, which could also be a thing. Okay, everybody tries to show out in the Garden, but he's going extra. Like, never seen a guy do an East Bay on a dead ball. If the play's over, he does an East Bay. Crazy. Um, Alec Burks taking a lot of shots, but I would like him to tone it down a little bit, even though he had 22 points. I would like him to tone that down a little bit. Would very be nice. Would be very nice if he toned that down just a little bit, because he's taking these shots that are kind of crazy. But I do understand it. I do like it. I do really like the stuff that Alec Burks brings me off the bench. I love it. His mid-range shot, everything about it. I just love it. Bojan looking good from the corner. If he looks good from the corner, I think that'll open so much stuff up. As we talked about OG, I know we being this corner player. Bojan can be that corner player. Talking about OG, I know he's gonna be out for 3 weeks. Gonna get reevaluated. Probably gonna do some on the court stuff. Get back shooting the ball after those 3 weeks, and then he'll be back by like 4 weeks. But that All-Star break can't come sooner enough. That it cannot. Precious getting better every single game, which one of the biggest things. He's just getting better, and he had 43 minutes, scored 15 points, had 3 offensive rebounds, 3 defensive. Like, he's getting better every single game. He's battling a great center on the boards in Miles Turner, and he did a decent job. So he's getting better every single game, and I trust him more every single game. I know he has his lapses, his mental lapses, but he's doing better every single game, and you gotta give him credit for that. And he's still like 24, 25 years old, so he has room to grow. Defense didn't look great at all. And as I said, no rim protection, which I feel like Tom Thibodeau's system is when you don't have a rim protector, Tom Thibodeau's system is broken. It's done. There's no reason you cannot make a Tom Thibodeau system without a big man. You can't. And don't tell me Taj Gibson's this big man. He's not. I don't know if you watch the game or not, but he's not a big man. Free throws were hurting the Pacers. The Pacers could have beat us by more, to be honest. If they just were knocking down those free throws, they could have beat us by like 30. I'm be honest with you, they could beat us by 30 if they were knocking down those free throws. But hey, Knicks hung in there. Taj, I don't want to be this guy, but this man is. Oh my goodness. Okay, Taj, it's time to have this conversation. This man does not look like he's ready to play the amount of minutes that a starting center should be playing. I wouldn't be opposed to going out and get Robin Lopez before we can get Isaiah Hartenstein fully healthy. I wouldn't be opposed. I don't know what's happening with Jericho Sims. I think if we have Jericho Sims this game, it's a win. But I don't really know. My take on Josh Hart, this is going to be a really rant. I know this video is kind of short, but like, look, I'm not here to talk about a lot of stuff. This game was this game. When we get healthy, there'll be more stuff to talk about because there'll be more positivity. Positivity is what we speak here on this Knicks channel. But I'm trying to sprinkle in some negativity because you have to get everybody can get it. Even Jalen Brunson can get this negativity, but he's not because he played a great game. So it's not. But when he does, when he sometimes does play a bad game, he's what, I'm here to criticize him because I'm here to hold everybody to the same standards because that's why I'm going to talk about them holding the same standards. And today, Josh Hart did not look good. I love Josh Hart. You can ask me, what do you think about Josh Hart? I say I love him. He makes hustle plays. He's a winner. He gets on the floor. He's somebody that every contending team wants. But this shooting in these last month has been atrocious. He's been a negative because of how much of the defense can load up on him. Just not looking at the basket. Not like there's some plays where he made good passes, which I wrote in my notes, but I didn't really want to say it. He made good passes to DiVincenzo, but he just wasn't looking at the basket. I'm like, bro, if you look at the basket, DiVincenzo gets an even better look. So just not the threat offensively anymore. And my positive swing on this is that when the Knicks get healthy, he doesn't need to do all this. when the Knicks get healthy, I'm going to repeat this again. When the Knicks get healthy, he doesn't need to play that much offensively. He had 4 points today. It was a negative 20. I know that's kind of skewed, or is that skewed? Whoa, skewed. Is that even a word? Okay, skewed. I know skewed's a word. Was kind of fake, but again, still proves my point. The guy was a negative, whatever he went on the court. But I love him. Just don't get me wrong. But look, man, it just didn't look good for him out there. Taj Gibson tried. There's nothing I can really say about Taj, unless he just cannot suit up anymore. There's no. Okay, we're gonna suit up Taj because Tibbs. No. I don't know why you don't go into this and start to shoot at the 5 and say, screw it. We're just gonna start to shoot at the 5. If we lose, we're losing on Achua. We're not gonna lose because Taj Gibson can't run up and down the floor against the Pacers team that will run you up and down the floor and run you at the gym. Just didn't make sense to me starting him. And I think it's more of a Thibs problem than it is a Taj problem. So, hey, man, I want somebody who can love me like Thibs loved Taj, but man, it gets to a point where, loves you a little bit too much, and you start playing too much, and then you realize that he's like 40, and you realize he can't run up and down the floor that much, and then you realize that you're starting playing him too much. And then you get to the 19-minute mark where you're like, you can't really go anymore. And that's all my take on Taj and Hart, who are gonna look like the negatives of this game. But Taj gave it his best, and that's all I can say. He gives it his best every single time, which he might not have a lot in the tank, but he's gonna give everything he got. He's a true professional. Same with Alec Burks. They're both true professionals, so I can't really say a lot about them. So have a nice day. Peace out, and let's go Knicks. And subscribe and turn on post notifications. And hopefully the Knicks can limit to the All-Star break with, I'm gonna think about the Rockets and the Magic. I'm gonna win the game against the Rockets and lose the game against the Magic. I'll be fine going to the All-Star break. So that's gonna do it. Have a nice day, and let's go Knicks. Peace.